right, good morning everybody. Another round of coffee and questions. And so today's topic, I was with a friend of mine and he said, hey, I saw these skulls and they were made out of a piston online, can you do anything like that? And I said, look, I don't know. I mean, I never tried. I go, I don't even know if I have the tools to do it. And he goes, well, what if I bought you the cutting bits and stuff? He goes, would you make me one and I would still pay you for it? And you can take a little bit off, if you think, if it turns out. And I said, yeah, okay, why not? Now, why did I do that? Well, there's one reason. It's something I've never done before. And like I said in my past video, if I fail doing it, I really don't care. I'll learn along the way, and I'm going to share my failures with you as we go through it. So anyway, I waited, and Justin came down. We did a welding video where we compared the titanium to the Miller, and we went through that. And I knew about the project, and I thought, well, if anybody can get me pistons, he could. So he brought down a couple of them, and I went ahead and I thought, okay, let me see what I can do with these. So I was waiting on those parts to arrive. Now, and what he bought were these. It's a set of diamond dust tipped or whatever titanium carving bits. Let's see if I can get in here a little bit closer. And then that's what they look like. Now I'll leave the link below. Now, what do I think of them? I got these, and he sent me, which was on sale on Amazon, and it's made by Tack Life. He sent this kit. It's 282 piece rotary tool accessory kit set. Now I'll open it and show you real quick. I'm not going to do any unboxing. That kind of stuff's boring. But in here is this kit. There's the top. It's got lots of cutting. It's got lots of abrasive grinding wheels. It's wire wheels, sanding discs. It's a pretty cool little kit. And I thought, okay, now I own a Tack Life heat gun, which is outstanding. It's a great heat gun. And I did a video on it. But anyway, he sent me this, and he sent me these cutting tips. Now I told him, I'll do the video, I'll try it, something I've never tried before, and we can play around and we can have some fun. But I go, you have to be in the video. You have to agree to it. And he goes, okay, I agree to be in the video. He goes, so go ahead and do it. So I got that stuff in, and then in the box he sent me this, because he said he would be in the video. So I was like, okay. Charlie likes to joke. He sent me this little puppet thing. Hello. Okay. So he thinks this is going to be him in the video, and I said, okay, I'm going to pay you back because you were supposed to be here, so I'll make fun of you as we go through it. Right? Right. See? Yeah. Okay, so what did I do first? Let's just jump right to it. So I just took a felt pen, and you could use an alcohol swab if you make a mistake, and I drew out on the piston, the eyes, the nose, the mouth, roughly how I wanted to do it. I've never done this before, and I kept playing around until I got it remotely right. And so after that, I took it over to my drill press, and I used a step drill bit, and I'm going to show you that here in a minute. And I drilled the eyes, the nose, and the mouth. I drilled some holes, within the lines of the sketch that I did for the face. So let me show you the step drill bit setup, and then I'll come back and we'll continue. Okay, so here's the drill bit. Okay, so here's the drill press table, little wood table. Here's the step drill bit I used, and I could go down to whatever depth I needed, within that outline. So then what I did after that is up around the left eye, I used a very fine drill bit, which is right here. And I put some holes above and below the eye because I wanted to create stitching. Holes a little bit bigger than I wanted, but that's okay. I'll just put in, more wire. So what did I use? I used MIG wire. Just shot some out the end of the gun, and I just started bending, dropping it in the holes. And so now let's pan over and let's talk about where I'm at right now. Okay, so this is that piston, and what I did is I drilled those little holes like I told you, and I'll put in some more wire here in a little bit. But I drilled these out with that step bit, just to different depths. Saves you all the cutting and stuff. And then I used a jigsaw with a metal blade, and I came in here and I cut out most of the rough, large area of the mouth, whatever, I couldn't drill out. And I would tell you, drill it out as much as you can. The jigsaw method worked, but it wasn't the best way to do it. Probably some kind of a real good, die grinder would have been better. And I don't. So what I have a die grinder. It's a generic model. It's right here. And I put one of those tips in it that he sent me. The first one I busted. I put too much force behind it. It burned up the bit, scrapped it out. And the next one, it's a little bit thick, this aluminum. I went a little bit slower, and I was able to get in and finish most of this out. Now, let me see if I can zoom in on the tip. Okay, I don't know how good you can see the tip, but I've destroyed this drill bit. There's a little bit of cutting action left, but not much. It's got a variable speed on it. I'm sure there are tools out there that are better. I just don't happen to own one. If somebody knows or knows better grade tips to buy for cutting aluminum and metal, drop it in the comment below. The ones that I got that came in the box that he got me, they were made in China. I'm sure it's just some generic brand. They worked okay. They didn't work that great so far. And I went ahead and I roughed up everything all the way around here, and then I put like a little chamfer, a little bevel around all of his eyes, his nose, and his mouth like this. And this is where I'm at right now. Now the next step to this that I'm going to do, I'm going to put more stitching in the eye, and then I'm going to make a Gatling gun. Kind of like what my friend wants, and so I'll talk to you about that. Just stay tuned. Okay, I'm going to use my 4.5-inch angle grinder, and I cut one down right here. And I'm going to cut the heads off of all of these to this length. About like that. So we'll make a big Gatling gun. So I'm not going to show you the details of cutting it off with your 4.5-inch angle grinder. If you've watched my videos, it's real simple. Let me get them cut up. We'll go to the next step. Okay, so let's take a look at where I am now. So now after I cut those off, and I'm kind of just guessing my way along, I used a piece of black pipe to make like the internal part of the barrel of the thing. See right here, maybe a little bit better. There's the black pipe. It's all cut off. It's still rough right here. And I use zip ties to hold it together. So my next step, I'm going to fire up the MIG welder, and I'm going to tack this whole thing up. And then I'll come back and we'll go from there. Remember, one step at a time. If I screw up along the way, I'll let you know. So far, it's going along pretty good. Okay, so where did we finish up today? I'm going to pan down on this and I'm going to show it to you. A couple decisions to make here now as we go forward. Am I going to put a big old cowboy hat on here? Well, maybe. I could take some sheet metal and I could bend some of these wicked looking ears and, stick them on there maybe. The cowboy hat may be, the better way to go, because I'm going to make a Gatling gun. I've kind of already started it, and that'll be, in the future video coming up. What I did is I took, right here, I took a piece of black steel pipe, and then I put some old carriage bolts that I cut off around it. So I'm trying to make the barrel of a Gatling gun that I'll sit out here with his hand on it. So this is kind of a fun little project, for all of us, including me, to play around with and to do a how-to video, because I've never done it before. And so the key here is what? Well, decided let's go do something you're uncomfortable with, or do something I don't know anything about, and let's have some fun. So you saw I use the step drill for the eyes and so forth. So don't be afraid. Get out there and do it. Somebody said, well, what motivates you? Well, the possibility that I can do it. So I don't need to be pushed to do it. It's something I want to go do, I have an interest in. So the vision of doing it and successfully completing it is what pulls you. So you don't need to be pushed, okay? And don't be afraid to fail. Like I told you, I screwed those bits up. They're probably not the right bits. It's getting me through the project, but look, if somebody, like I said, has got a suggestion on bits, drop it in the comment below. Don't be afraid to fail. Look at it as it's a problem or a challenge. Now, figure out a solution to it if you can. Just analyze your failure, why it went wrong, and so that's what I did. And I thought, well, these are very cheap made Chinese bits, so I didn't get the best, the best bits to begin with, so I should probably look around for better bits in the future. So I'll probably do some more of these. It was actually kind of fun to sit and carve this out. Use the Sharpie, draw the face, use the step drill, take out the bulk of material because it is kind of thick, the aluminum, and then use those bits. Maybe I run across a better set, I'll review them and tell you about them, but don't buy the ones that I did. And then it becomes fun. You can carve it up and you can turn it around. I'm going to pan down now. Let me show you what I did with the rest of it so far. Okay, so here's the head. Let's go down. And I took some horseshoes. I made a base. And I made his feet like standing on that base, coming up to the torso and back up. Now what I'm going to do next is I'll start to work on the arms, but I want to do that Gatling gun first because it's going to have a handle on it and I want him to look like he's grabbing it and turning it. So a little bit of a challenge, but look, we'll do this together. Keep following me. I am the Home Handyman. I hope you click subscribe. Keep following me. Let me get a close-up here before I say bye. Okay, there's a close-up shot. You folks have a great day. See you on the next video. Let me know if you like this. If you do, I'm going to keep posting the project. And thanks a lot. Bye-bye. I thought I'd play around. Here's some bonus footage for you. I was making some more hot dog cookers for an order I have, but I could always do this too. Let me see. How's that? Like that, like this, like this. I don't know. Look, we'll play around, we'll have fun, we'll build this together. Drop your suggestions below. Let me know if you want to see something else made on this, or what you like and don't like about some of the suggestions. I haven't made a final decision yet. All right, folks, one more time. Thank you. Bye-bye.